Hello and welcome back to Token Watch. We are on day 3 of me looking at Fear Token. We are now, let me, Fear NFT, here it is. We're now 1 day and 22 hours away from the launch, and price is looking really, really good. Let me just pull it up on here. We've kind of finally broken through this $2 barrier. So basically what kept happening over the past few days is we hit 2 a couple times, but it was always followed by this massive sell-off, and I think just because it's low cap and low volume overall, it was just leading to it was hard for us to push past any barrier, right? Because we'd hit up to 2, all the sell-offs would happen, or whatever bots are using kind of $2 as their mark, it would drop down to 1.6, 1.7. And then we'd kind of instantly rally back up. And so the nice thing is that you've seen this kind of trend developing where the bottoms keep rising. The date is getting closer. There's less and less kind of sell-offs happening and more people holding. The prediction I'm seeing on Telegram from a lot of people is hopefully blowing past 5, optimistically blowing past 10 on launch day. So that's what we're waiting for / looking at. Again, there's really not too much to discuss. It's kind of this big, tension building moment to see what happens. It's been a lot of buying today specifically. I think as people are catching on to this, I'm curious to see if it's a pile-in moment where it's like, oh, game launched, the team, because that's the thing is that the team itself, the Fear team, isn't doing a lot of marketing right now, and they're kind of anti-shilling at the moment. They're really, not looking for anyone to go out and just spam Twitter and the whole thing. Which is honestly refreshing coming from the million token crowd, it was very, let's just shill this into oblivion no matter what. Like, don't care about kind of the consequences of it. Let's just make sure the word gets out. And it worked in terms of getting the price up to, 221. But then after that, I think a lot of that died off and people got annoyed with the coin itself. And so, it wasn't the most sustainable practice. Whereas with this, there's a lot better of a feeling I have with the community and the people talking about it and the game itself. So we'll have to kind of see what happens there. I think another big thing in general is that games as a whole, so like blockchain games and all these, other kind of browser games, whatever it is, are seeing rallies. You have this Bunny Park rally that happened recently, which we're watching. You have this insane Chain Guardians run up, which is now finally seeing some come down. Let me go back to the month. Yeah, so this 7-day run up from 1 cent all the way up to 4 cents and now hovering around 3 cents. And then the biggest one, which I am so fucking sad I missed out on, is this Crypto Blades one. My brother messages me last night at the price was at $16, so I'll just go to this thing. So the price, so he messages me around here, so around 10 a.m. on this chart, but it was around the afternoon, and he goes, "Hey, look at this thing. It's another one that I'm seeing, spike or whatever." And I'm like, "Oh, cool. That's awesome. Let's try and get in." And I hadn't done any trades on the Binance chain before, any swaps, so I hadn't used PancakeSwap. And so finally what I'm doing is I'm moving my money out of Coinbase Wallet onto MetaMask so that I can swap my ETH for BNB there and then get in on some of these games. A lot of them are Asia-based, like this. I think this one's out of Korea. But I had this massive rally last night, and if we would have got in at 16, we would have been able to ride it. I think it got all the way up to $45. So we could have had a nice 2x, 3x type situation there, but unfortunately we missed it. But I am moving over to MetaMask and starting to get used to buying BNB so I can get in on some of these things. But I think as a whole, blockchain games and these kind of browser games or whatever, where they're not like full AAA titles, are having a kind of a moment, and that's what we're banking on for Fear right now. So the price just said it went up to 11. You're gonna have some sell-off for sure. So you had 2 4.6K buys in succession, and then you had a sell for the same amount. It might just be someone. Yeah, it's this guy. I can't tell if this is adjusting liquidity, which I've heard in the past. I'm still, figuring this out, but and if anyone knows, feel free to explain. But basically, someone buying in and then selling the same amount in, you know, not that much time. It looks like he made a little bit of profit here from 210 to 211, but I don't know. I could be just a trick to try and bait people into kind of putting more money in. I'm not sure. If anyone knows, please kind of, let me know in the comments. Um, but anyways, yeah, we're kind of waiting this, this launch. Things are looking pretty good with the token price. The buying has been healthy. The volume's been decent, but I think this thing really, blows up once it kind of gets a little bit more marketing behind it, and attention. And this thing should shoot hopefully past $5. Some people are talking in the 20-30 range, but I mean, I think if it just gets to 5 or potentially 10, that would be amazing for us. So we'll keep watching, and as the kind of clock ticks down here, we'll do another one hopefully tomorrow, and take a look at what's happening. But until then, signing off.